Let's go, people. Back by popular demand. It's your boy, the barber, and the better. Here to bring you some more winners this week. Shout out my boy, Young Reese.
So for the first game on the slate, 1 p.m., we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Detroit to play the Lions. The Lions are favored minus 13.5, over under 47.5. How you feel about this one?
That's a tough one. It's a lot of points, man.
It's a lot of points. 2 tuds. That's a lot of points in the NFL.
I think just because of that, I guess I'll take Jacksonville. I don't know. Everything kind of bounced out again last week. If you noticed, the underdogs all won after a couple weeks of the favorites all hitting. So it might be a little bit more time for the underdogs to hit this week too. I'll take Jacksonville so far. I've been doing all right taking them with the points. How about you?
It's a lot of points, man. It's a lot of points. But I believe that the Lions are 2 touchdowns better than the Jacksonville Jaguars on any playing field. Neutral, in Detroit, even in Jacksonville. I'm going to rock with Detroit. They sold me by the hook last week against the Texans, but I'm going to rock with Detroit just because I just can't live with myself just taking Jacksonville. I did it too much early in the season and they played me, even though they are 6-4 against the spread this year. But the Lions are 7-2 against the spread, and I'm gonna rock with them.
Yeah, I can see the Lions smoking them. Like I can see it being a blowout too. But it's just NFL, you know, they all pros.
Nah, you're right. And I feel like with Jacksonville, like Detroit's gonna get physical with them, right? And Jacksonville's already banged up. I just don't think that they have the personnel to go toe to toe with them right now. Zadarius Smith is probably gonna make his debut this week, and I know he's not what he was, but when you add him to what the Lions already got going on, they're going to be biting kneecaps. You heard?
Ain't got no faith in Mac Jones, huh?
Nah, the Mac attack is whack, man. I got no faith. Honestly, Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, anybody short of Jesus Christ is not coming to save the Jaguars this season. I'm sorry.
Mac Jones, Pro Bowler.
Hey, so was my boy from the Dolphins. He played us too. Huntley, sold us. Nah, man, I ain't rocking with him, bro. Backups are backup for a reason, I think, man. Except for Joe Flacco. Shout out to Big Flop.
Game 2 on the slate. Green Bay Packers against Chicago Bears. Packers laying 5.5. Over under 40.5. What's your thoughts on this game?
I love the Pack in this spot, man. They're coming off of a bye week against the Bears team that is just spiraling downwards. Caleb Williams looks like a deer in headlights out there. And they're about to switch up the offensive coordinator on him on a rookie mid-season. The Bears are toast. See you next season. Packers big. How you feel?
Yeah, I think Caleb is trash, man. I take Packers too. I think the Packers are going to cook them. Look at the way lesser teams have cooked Chicago. I'm done with Chicago, man. Like, I thought Chicago would show something last week because they was getting humiliated on TV. Everybody was talking about them. They were talking about DJ Moore, how he was walking off the field, and then he came out and put up 32 yards or something. Like, it just doesn't matter.
He don't care.
That team, he don't care. They quit, man. That team rolled over, man. They're done, right? Like, forget it, man. Yeah. I think the Packers they're gonna prove them. Plus, you know, even though Aaron Rodgers ain't there, the Packers still own the Bears. You know what I mean? So
big time. Bears are done. It's hunting season. Pack big. Let's go.
Let's go.
Next up on the slate, we got the Los Angeles Rams going to New England to play the Patriots. The Rams are favored minus 4.5. The over-under's 43.5. How you feel about this one?
This game's a little tricky. I think it's a little closer than it should be because the Patriots defense been standing up. Drake Mays, he's been playing decent out there. But I think I'll take the Rams on this one. The Rams should be able to get business done. How about you?
I agree. I'm rocking with the Rams. I think the Patriots, like to his point, Drake May's been playing much better than I expected early in his career. Their defense has been standing on business at points. Christian Gonzalez, we've had conversations. He's a beast.
I think he's the best. That's my opinion. I think he's the best in the league.
It's hard to argue between him and Surtain.
Yeah.
You know, Sauce can't tackle, so you can't put him in that category right now. It's ridiculous. But I got the Rams minus 4.5. I just think with Nakua, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, they just have too many weapons. Matt Stafford, they just had a tough game against Miami at home Monday night, but I think they'll bounce back from that win strong. From that loss, strong. I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, you think they got to win. Like, you know what I mean? They think they're actually still playing to win where the Patriots should be playing for draft picks at this point, but you never know. That's why they play the games. Game 4 on the slate, got the Cleveland Browns, head to New Orleans. Browns are getting 1.5, over under 44.5. What's your thoughts on this game?
I actually like Cleveland in this spot, man, and I actually kind of feel good about it. I'm not gonna lie to you, for the first time maybe ever in history. Derek Carr's ass. I think we can all attest to that. And I think that this middle of the pack Browns defense is gonna fare well against him. I think they'll be able to bring enough pressure. He has no receivers out there in New Orleans. Everybody's hurt. Chris Olave is his fault. Rashid Shaheed, he tore his meniscus, so they're running with a bunch of backups out there. They still got Alvin Kamara, but when you're one-dimensional, we all know how that goes. And the Saints are giving up like 400 yards of offense, and I think that the Browns, with their run game and Jameis, I think that they can take advantage of that. So I'm gonna take the Browns here.
Yeah, me too. I love the Browns here, actually. Hammer the Browns. That's my advice. Seriously, pause. Right? But I think that is a perfect game. They're coming off the bye. You know what I mean? Jameis got a full week. You know what I mean? Of reps, all that. 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But I think it's a perfect spot for them. Again, the New Orleans is coming off a high. They always win after they dump the coach. Everybody comes together for a week. They dump the coach, dump the Gatorade. Now it's time for them to show. They still suck. You know what I mean? Let's go Browns. Big Browns.
Next on the slate, we got the Vikings going to Tennessee to play the Titans. The Vikings are favored -5.5. The over-under is 39.5. How you feel about this one, Comissh?
It's an easy play. It's a cruise control button.
Autopilot.
Anytime Will Levis is on the field, I'm going the other way. Anytime. It's an easy play. Set autopilot. That's it. Nothing more to say.
And if you needed any more, the Titans are 1-8 against the spread this season. Vikings big. Next.
Game number 6 on the slate. Indianapolis Colts face the New York Jets. Colts getting 3.5. Over under 44.5. You got some thoughts on this game, man? You might be a little interested in this one.
So I just want to clear some things up that I said last week, right? So Super Bowl's back off. All right, Super Bowl's way off now.
The tickets ripped?
Yo, bro, I don't know what happened. It got clogged. It got lost in the mail. So look, man, like I've said before, I don't bet on the Jets. I don't advise you to bet on the Jets. When they're underdogs, there's never enough points for them to cover. When they're favored, it's always too many points. Run away from the Jets. These dudes are horrible, man. And it breaks my heart. You already know. It's terrible. The experiment has failed. The Aaron Rodgers show is over. Run to the Colts. Run to the Colts. Plus 3.5, bro. That's free money, bro. Sprinkle something on the money line if you have to. It's free money. These dudes are trash. The dudes in the locker room don't want to be there. Devontae Adams is making Aaron Rodgers worse. He's just looking for him in the worst times. Shit is crazy. It's absolutely unbearable. It's unwatchable. It's terrible. It's so bad. And I can't help but sit myself in front of the TV every Sunday and expose myself to this. I'm exposing my kids to this. What kind of parent does that make me? This is crazy, man. Colts big. Go Jets.
So, first of all, I was just listening to your rant, and I'm like, the guy is suffering so bad, and he's spending his hard-earned money to go to this game. My man, will be at this game.
So look,
he will be at the game.
I'm gonna be at the game and I'm gonna report live. You gotta make sure
him at the game.
Make sure you on the Instagram because I'm gonna report live from the game.
He can't take no more of
This was a birthday gift. This was a birthday gift. I was giving these tickets as a gift with my cousins. We're gonna go wild out. We're gonna have to because it ain't like we're gonna see a win. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be in the building. I promise you that because they have not earned my hard-earned money. But they've earned my cousin. Shout out Pito. You heard? We outside.
Talk about looking gift horse in the mouth. He got a gift and he's complaining about it.
He made me complain about it. I had to defend myself. My boy threw me under the bus and then backed out. I feel me like that.
I got the tickets to see my favorite team. Thanks, man. This is Jet. No exaggeration, Jet. You know what I mean? My man.
Oh, man.
But, anyways, on this game, this one was really tough, man. But yeah, I think I have to go the same way. I think I gotta go with Colts getting the 3.5. I think the Jets can still pull out a win, but 3.5 with the Colts, just the way it's been going. If Flacco get anything going, then that should be easy. So yeah, I'm with you there, man. Let's go Colts.
Next up on the slate, we got the Baltimore Ravens going down to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. The Ravens are favored -3.5. The over/under is 48.5. How you feel about this one?
Man, I think this is gonna be a good game, man.
I do too.
One of them NFC North battles. This should be a good one. Lamar gonna be running for his life away from T.J. Watt, right? And these boys.
And Preston from remember they got my boy from Green Bay.
And it's gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be harder for Derrick Henry to get off just because Cam Hayward and them in the middle to clock it up. And if they make Lamar throw it, you know what I mean? Then if that's their goal, they play that game plan. They could, bring up 8 men in the box, try to stop Henry. If they play that way, I think the Steelers got a good chance of winning this game. That's why I'm gonna go with Steelers, especially getting the 3.5. We could just win by the hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I like that. Again, you got what's his name, Joey Porter's son out there. He's a beast locked down. So if he shut down Zay Flowers, who didn't do nothing last week, right?
At all.
If he shut him down and then they can stop Henry, I think that's their key to success to win this game. But I'll take the Steelers definitely. I'm getting a 3.5. How about you?
I agree with you. I'm rocking with Pittsburgh. It's still let Russ cook until Russ is cooked. You know what I mean? Like, this dude's out here getting it done. And this Steelers offense is built much better for Russell's success. When Russell was in Denver, Sean Payton is very my way or the highway. He wanted Russell to be 1, 2, 3, drop back, let the ball go. That's not Russell's game. He's gonna, you feel me? Russell wants to extend the play, let the guys get downfield and make the play. A la Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin. These are the types of plays. Now he's got George Pickens and Mike Williams, who came off the Jets and decided he plays football again. He found that red line. You know what I mean? So I think the Steelers are in a great spot here at home. I love them to cover, and I might even sprinkle something on the money line, man. To be honest with you, that pass defense in Baltimore is atrocious.
Yeah, and they play them. This always seems like they're coming down to a close game with them. Like a field goal game. So it's a field goal game again. Either way, you win. So let's go Steelers. Number 8 on the slate, we got the Las Vegas Raiders against the Miami Dolphins. Raiders getting 7.5. Over under 44.5. What you think about this one?
I'm going to rock with the Finns, man. I think they're really starting to find their groove. I think we saw that this past week. And they've looked different week to week since Tua's been back. But I think it's just the growing pains, trying to get back in. He's building his confidence, And, he's out here trying to get a concussion. He's out here trying to make tackles after interceptions. Tua, get down. Stay out the way, bro. That's not your game, IG. You threw the pick. Let the other guys handle it. But I do like them in this spot. Coming off of a big win in LA. Coming back home. Tyreek didn't even really get involved. I know he's dealing with a wrist, but even if he's injured and out there as a decoy, you can't leave him alone. I do think that their offense is going to be able to click. Nothing on the Raiders scares me. They're coming off of a bye week. They're resting week to week anyway, bro. Nobody in that locker room want to play football. I'm going Fins. How you feel?
Mm-hmm. I was just kind of looking for a dog, so I'm going to take the Raiders. Just take them coming off a bye. So they had 2 weeks to prepare for Miami. The only thing that does scare me is Tyreek was a ghost in the game, and they still won against the Rams. But again, like you said, just him being out there, his presence makes a difference. He's always a threat. They're always looking at him. So let's go. I'll take Raiders 7.5 on this one.
Next up on the slate, we got the Seattle Seahawks headed to Santa Clara to play the 49ers. The 49ers are favored -6.5. The over-under is 49.5. How you feel about this one?
I think we already seen this game, right? We've seen this game. It was a Thursday night game a few weeks ago. It was in Seattle, so that was even more reason. And the line was basically the same. What was it, 5.5, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing we've seen in this game. 49ers got this, man. Especially now they're starting to come to stride. McCaffrey's back. 49ers, what you think?
Man, I ain't making the same mistake twice, man. I'm rocking Niners, big. Like you said, CMC is back. Kittle's healthy. Debo's healthy. They're getting the ball rolling. I'm rocking with the Niners big. I think it's as easy as that.
Geno's a bum. Everything,
Next.
Game number 10 on the slate. 4 o'clock game. Denver Broncos playing the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons getting 2.5. Over under 44.5. What you got?
I'm rocking with Kirko, man. I just think the Broncos, while their defense is very, very good, one of the better defenses in the league, they got an offense problem, man. They've only scored 24 points collectively over their last 2 games. And when you average, when you're averaging 12 points a game, 12 points is not going to beat the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are coming off of a tough divisional loss where Younghoe Koo missed 3 field goals. I don't think he's going to miss 3 field goals again. So I'm going to take the Falcons in this spot. Again, I'm just rocking with Kirko, and I'm just really leaning on the rookie woes that happen when you have a rookie quarterback behind center.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Denver on this one. I think that the Chiefs' defense is better, you know what I mean, than Atlanta's defense, in my opinion. And Bo Nix scored on them, so in that thinking, I think they can do it. Plus, I think even though they lost that game to the Chiefs, that's got to still be a confidence boost for a team like that. They could play and even hang in there with the Chiefs. They feel like they should have won that game. I think they're going to win this week, especially at home. Go Denver.
Next up on the slate, we got the Kansas City Chiefs headed up to Canada to play the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored -1.5. The over-under's 46.5. How you feel about this one?
All right, it's an easy auto play, right? Mahomes, underdog. You know what I mean? And plus, everybody's saying it. Like, here comes Buffalo this week. And I get it. The Chiefs got to lose at some point, right? It's most likely they're not going undefeated. We haven't seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen a team go undefeated. So, most likely they're going to lose at some point. But it's usually not the game that you expect it to be. Like, when it's like, oh, circle this one. That's the game they're going to have problems with. And everybody thinks they're going to have problems with it. I just think the Chiefs find another way to win. And that's all they got to do here because they're underdogs. So, with that being said, I'll take the Chiefs, man. What you think?
I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with Pat. You know what I'm saying? You give me plus points with Patrick Mahomes. I'm rocking with the Chiefs all day, man. Especially against a Buffalo team. These two teams play each other very well, but when it comes down to it, like you said, the Kansas City is going to find a way to win. And in a game like this, even if they do lose this game, I do believe it's going to come down to one of those last drive plays. We've seen this game play out a million times. It comes down to that last drive, and it's going to end up being a field goal game. And what's going to happen is if Buffalo wins, it's going to be because Tyler Bass kicks a 50-yarder in Buffalo, and it's going to be 20, 24, 23, 28, 27, where the Chiefs might lose, but they still cover that 1.5. So I'm confident in the Chiefs this week. That might be my play of the week.
There you go. And like Mahomes said, the Chiefs should never be underdog.
Feel me? Let's go. Big Kermit. We out.
For the Sunday night game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Chargers. Bengals are getting 1.5, over under 46.5. What you think about this?
I love the Bengals in this spot, man. If the last game wasn't my play of the week, this is my play of the week. Bengals plus points. I love them here. Going to LA, I just don't think the Chargers can keep up offensively with what the Bengals can do. I know the Bengals defense is trash. That's nobody's surprised when I say that. But that offense is something serious. Joe Burrow's putting up MVP numbers this year. And I don't think the Chargers can keep up with what the Bengals can do offensively. And for that reason, I love the Bengals at plus 1.5. I love the Bengals money line. How you feel?
I like the Bengals too, man. I think the same thing as you. So the only, the only problem would be if Joe Burrow gets pressured from Khalil Mack and from Bosa. If they can get to Burrow, that's the only problem. But either way, you would think Jamar Chase and them are going to carve them up. And like you said, if they get behind by, say, like 2 touchdowns, 10 points, I don't think Herbert's going to be able to throw them back into the game. Like, they want to control the clock, control the game on the ground with Gus Edwards and them. So I think the same thing, especially if the Bengals get ahead early, it should be a wrap. But let's go Bengals.
If you're looking for the weekly plays and parlays, make sure you follow us across all social media platforms. We'll be putting those on there. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember, only gamble what you can afford to lose. Never chase your losses. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And as always, thank you tomorrow.